Hello students, welcome to Python programming class lecture 27. Today we are entering into unit 4 part 1 dictionaries. Let's check the syllabus of dictionaries. What is dictionary? Dictionary as a collection of counters looping with dictionaries. Reverse lookup, dictionaries and lists, memos, and finally global variables. In this lecture, we will learn first three topics. What is dictionary? Dictionary as a collection of counters looping with the dictionaries. In the next lectures, we will discuss remaining topics, reverse lookup, dictionaries and list, memos and global variable. Let's get into the today's lecture. First, coming to the first topic, what is dictionary? So first check some small example here. So this is the example. So in this example, this is a name, dictionary name. Give any name, A, B, like that. Is just variable, right? And these dictionaries are in flower braces, right? So dictionaries, how to identify is this a dictionary or not? So dictionary is present in a flower braces. Sorry, this dictionary contains two things. So what are they? Key and value, right? So one key is there, for that key corresponding value. Another key, another value. So like that, you can give any number of keys, any number of values. There is no order, right? Finally, what is dictionary means? So dictionary is a collection of unordered elements. Unordered elements. So dictionary contains keys and values. These dictionaries are in flower braces, right? So each key maps to the value. So key is mapping to the value like this. So this key is mapping to the value. This key is mapping to the value. That is called key value pair. So this total is called key value pair, or sometimes it is called item. How to create dictionaries? So dictionaries are created in two methods. So what are they? By using the dict function. That is the first one. So by applying this function, dictionary is created, that is empty dictionary. Second method is assigning elements directly. Assigning elements directly, that means like this. So give one variable equal to, give braces and enter the values, right? So two methods, by using function dict, second one directly you can assign the values, right? Now coming to how to access the elements, right? Do you remember the accessing of elements in string and lists? So if you want to access the element in the string, so you have to specify the index. So 0 means suppose hello, take hello. So this is A of 0 gives H, A of 1 gives E, like that. Similarly in the list also. But coming to the dictionary, there is no such indexing. We need to use keys. Based on the key, we are finding the values, right? So let's check the methods. So the elements in the dictionary can be retrieved accessed in two methods. So what are the two methods? By using key. So by using key, we are accessing the dictionary, and by using the get method, right? We can use get method also to access the values, right? So let's check one example, capitals. Capitals is one variable, we are creating the dictionary. So America capital, Washington DC. America is a key, Washington DC is a value. Similarly, another item, India is a key, New Delhi is a value. Nepal is a key, Kathmandu is a value. So check this print of capitals. This is variable, so this must be here, capitals of India. So I'm giving key, right? So what is the answer here? New Delhi, that will be printed. Next, another one, here print capitals, right? Here also you are using key by using get method, right? Get of, so the key is India. So here answer is New Delhi. So in these two methods, key is compulsory. Key is compulsory. So let's check some examples in the Jupyter lab, how to create dictionary, how to access the elements like that. Right? Let's get into the Jupyter lab. Let's check some examples for dictionaries. First, create one empty dictionary. Dict1 equal to run it. This is one empty dictionary. Or another method is dict2 equal to dict function. Run it. Now print dict2, dict2, run it. It's an empty dictionary. So two methods. One is dict function, second one is directly assign the values. Now dict1 equal to, so 1 is a value, 2 is a value, 3 is a value, 4 is a value. Run it. Right? This is dict1 now. So this is the dictionary. Now find the value based on the key. Right? dict1 of give 1. dict1 of 1. So we will get 1 is a value. One is a key, normal integer is a value. Now another one, get method. dict1 dot get of 1. So this is another method to access the values. Now display only keys in the dictionary. How to do that? dict1 dot give tab. So these are the different functions. So check, select keys function, give enter. So dict keys are 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. Suppose you want to get the values. So same, dict1 dot give tab. So values, where is the values? Yes, here, values. Run it. These are the values, right? Another one, suppose you want to get key and value both, right? So let's check. dict1 dot items. Run it. Like this you will get. So in this, items are in the list format. 1 is a key, 1 is a value. 2 is a key, 2 is a value. So like that it will be displayed. These are the tuples. We will discuss later. Tuple concept. Now how to add the items into the dictionary? Dictionary is created. How to add the items in the dictionary? So what is the dictionary name? dict1 of in the square brackets, you need to type the key. So I am typing 5. So DICT1 of 5, new key. So for that key, give value 5. Run it. Now check DICT1. See here. Previously 4 items are there. Now the new one 5 is added. So this is the method. DICT of key value equal to value. Now how to remove the item from the dictionary? Same. DICT1 dot pop option is there. Pop off. So in the parentheses, give key value. So key value is 5. Run it. So value 5 is popped. Suppose assign variable here a equal to dict1 dot pop of 5. Run it. Yes, already popped. So 5 is already deleted previously. Now I am deleting 4. So now check the a value. A is 4. Like that, you will assign the pop element to the variable. Now coming to the update the dictionary items. So DICT1 dot, so take update of in the flower braces. Suppose 1 is updated to 5. 1 is updated to 5. So 1 is 5. Run it. Now check DICT1. See here, 1 is updated to 5, remaining are same. Right? That is updation. Next coming to DICT1 dot clear operation. Clear. So run it. Now check DICT1. It is empty. So clear operation means it will clear all items in the dictionary. So that's the concept of what is dictionary. Now coming to the second one, dictionary as a collection of counters. Right? So here consider one string. Right? So take one string, you want to count. Right? Count how many times each letter appears. So take one example for them. Example is parrot. Right? This is the dictionary final output. So A. So A is only one time. Right? P is also one time. R 2 times. 2 times. T 1 time. O 1 time. Right? This is input. You are giving input. This is output. Right? Let's check the program. How to give the program. So by using def, we are creating the function counter of yes. So this is argument. This argument. Right? So example is, what is the example? Here I am considering yes is parrot. Right? So d equal to dict function. So what is the use of dict function? Create empty dictionary. Create empty dictionary. So d equal to dict creates one empty dictionary. Apply loop for letter in S. For letter in S. So for we are considering letter, you will take I also, no problem. So for letter in S, right? So this is yes. First consider P. First consider P. If letter not in D, so in the loop I am giving if condition. If this letter P not in D, if that is true, D of letter equal to 1. Check the condition. P. P is available or not? No. So if letter is not in D is true. Condition is true. So P is not available in dictionary. So add like this. D of letter. So what is D of letter? P equal to what is the value? 1. So D of letter is a key and the value is 1. First letter completed. Now coming to the second one, A. A is not available. So A is 1. Next one, R is also not available. R is 1. Next, second R, another R. So else, this R is already present in the dictionary. So if letter is not in D means this will be executed. If the condition is false, condition is false, else is executed. So what is else here? D of letter plus equal to 1. That means letter is incremented, value is incremented, right? So here R is incremented by 2, right? Next O 1, D 1, right? Finally return D. So what is the main output? D. This is the dictionary. So that is the concept of dictionary as a collection of counters, right? Now coming to the third one, looping and dictionaries. So consider the same example, capitals, America, Washington DC, India, New Delhi, Nepal, Kathmandu, right? I'm applying for loop for country capitals. For country capitals, this is a variable. Print of country, print of country, right? We will check output in Jupyter Lab. So before going to that, another example for country in capital dot values. So I'm giving values here, values, right? Print country. Next, another one for country in capitals dot items. Print country, right? So let's check the outputs in the Jupyter Lab. Now coming to the for loops. Consider same dictionary 1 for I in DICT1 colon print of I. So run it. You will get only keys 1, 2, 3, 4. So it will display only key values. Suppose you want to display values for I in DICT1 colon dot. Suppose take values colon print of I. Run it. See here values are printed. Suppose take items. Run it. All items are printed in the tuple format. That's the concept of looping and dictionaries. That's the today's concept. What is dictionary? Dictionary as a collection of counters looping with dictionaries. We will meet in the next lecture. Thank you.